Hello guys, it's a beautiful day in Australia. My name is Kaushal Karnaratna. Today I'm going to do a small film review about the film Secretary 2002. Hope you guys enjoy. Steven Schoenberg's Secretary 2002 is one of the rare films that approaches taboo territory with intelligence, dark humor, and an unexpected tenderness. Adapted from Mary Gateskill's short story, it tells the story of Lee Holloway, Maggie Gyllenhaal, a fragile young woman recently released from a mental institution, and her unconventional romance with her demanding lawyer, boss E. Edward Grey, James Spader. What emerges is not a story of exploitation, but a psychological exploration of desire, vulnerability, and self discovery. At the core of the film is Lee's psychology. Introduced as a woman who copes with her pain through self harm, Lee embodies repression and fragility. Yet beneath these apparent weaknesses lies an unspoken yearning for intimacy and a sense of control over her own body and emotions. Gyllenhaal's performance is extraordinary. She portrays Lee not as a victim but as a woman searching for a language through which to express her identity. The psychological journey she undergoes is a transformation from fragility to empowerment. The submissive role she adopts in her relationship with Gray is not an ensure of her agency, but rather the way she learns to channel her desires, fears, and strength. Edward Gray, played with chilling precision by James Spader, is a man of contradiction. On the surface, he is cold, intimidating, and domineering, but his psychology reveals an equally fragile and wounded figure. Gray is a perfectionist who hides behind control, discipline, and strict exterior. His attraction to Lee awakens his own fears of intimacy, of losing control, and of revealing his vulnerability. Spader masterfully balances menace with melancholy, crafting a character who is both unsettling and deeply human. His interaction with Lee are less about power over her and more about the struggles to accept himself. Schoenberg's direction deserves recognition for how he balances tone. It would have been easy for Secretary to slide into exploitation or parody, yet Schoenberg instead treats his characters with dignity and care. The film is shot with an almost fairy tale surrealism, at times darkly comic and others deeply intimate. Schoenberg uses visual motifs like the stiff formalism of the office space contrasting with Lee's growing vitality. To underscore the psychological tug of war between repression and liberation, his vision allows the audience to see the relationship not as strange or deviant, but as a legitimate exploration of human intimacy. The film is also important in its broader cultural context. In 2002, mainstream cinema rarely portrayed BDSM relationships with nuance or empathy, secretly challenged stereotypes of sadomasochistic dynamics, reframing them not as dangerous or perverse but as consensual and even healing. It invites viewers to reconsider assumptions about normalcy, pleasure, and the way people navigate trauma and desire. In doing so, it paved the way for later discussions about alternative relationships in cinema and popular culture. Ultimately, Secretary is not just a love story. It is a psychological study of two damaged individuals who find wholeness in each other's brokenness. Through Gyllenhaal's brave performance, Spader's haunting presence, and Schoenberg's sensitive vision, the film asks its audience to embrace complexity, vulnerability, and unconventional love. It remains a significant work precisely because it is not afraid to confront discomfort and, in doing so, uncovers something startlingly humane.